guys, how are you? It's your girl Meg. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we have got another dupes video. Woohoo! These are my favorite to do, these are my favorite to film, and these are my most popular videos here on my YouTube channel, so I love doing them. And in today's video, we've got 5 high-end products that we will be duping with some drugstore alternatives. As always, I am so excited about this. I just want to remind you, when I say that I find dupes to products, I will definitely specify if there are any differences, whether that's like a dead-on color dupe, a formula dupe, a shade dupe, the way that it performs as a dupe, like I'll tell you. And with these 5 dupes in particular, I want to say that we found some really great stuff, and most of this stuff is pretty great, like dead-on type stuff that we've got going on today. I think you'll be really impressed. But before we get started, if you want to see this kind of video, let me know. Do you know which side of my face is drugstore, which side of my face is high-end? Which side, if you were to guess? I've got a lipstick, a highlighter, a blush, a lip liner, and a powder we are testing today. And I want to know if you can tell which side of my face is which before you even move forward in this video. And if you want to see which is which, stick around, but before you do, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and let's be friends on social media. I'd love to be your friend. I do a lot of more dupe stuff on my Instagram stories, so come follow along there and we can have a lot more fun with makeup dupes. So let's go ahead and get this party started. Okay, we are just gonna go ahead and get started with the dupes. You know what, I want us to do the lips first just because I feel like I want something on my lips right now. I put my makeup on earlier today, let it set, and I just don't have a couple of items on, like the finishing touches, and we're gonna start with lips. And the lip we're going to be duping today is a Charlotte Tilbury product. I feel like I can't do a dupe video nowadays without a Charlotte Tilbury product. And this is the Pillow Talk lipstick in the 2 medium shades. So this is great for those that want a deeper, similar type shade, or your medium to deeper skin tones and you want something to work on your skin tone. You might really like this. I am going to put the high-end stuff on this side of my face, on your right, my left, and I am going to put the drugstore stuff on this side of my face, my right, your left. And we're gonna start with Pillow Talk, and the dupe that I have found was one of my friends, Shelby, on Instagram discovered this dupe. I'll link her Instagram below. But this is the Revlon Super Lustrous Lipstick in the shade Rose Velvet. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch them on my hand for you to see first, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do a lip swatch. I will say with the Revlon, it's got a little bit more of a satin finish to it, whereas the Pillow Talk medium Charlotte Tilbury is a true creamy matte. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk medium shade number 2. This is the Revlon in Rose Velvet. Just a very slight shade difference. I want to say the Revlon is a little bit more warm toned. The Pillow Talk is definitely a little bit more cool toned. So let's go ahead and apply the lipsticks. This is the Pillow Talk. We'll speed this up. And now let's go ahead and do the Revlon Super Lustrous Lipstick in Rose Velvet. There we have it. Pillow Talk, Revlon. What do we think? I feel like they're very, very similar. Even the finishes start to look a little similar. Let me look really close. Yeah, they look so similar to me. Like, this is such a really good dupe. Like I said, the Revlon is just a little hair more of a warmer tone and is a little hair of a more satin tone, but like I said, it's so slight that you can barely tell a difference. I think this is such a great dupe if you're into the Pillow Talk medium shade. See, it's a lot deeper on me. I would definitely wear this as like a more fall tone, but it is a beautiful neutral, and I think this will look great on a lot of skin tones. If the lighting keeps changing in here right now, it's because sun's coming in and then it's going away. We've got clouds. Next up, we are going to do a powder product, so I'm going to touch up my powder. Like I said, I applied my makeup a lot earlier. I just didn't use blush and highlighter because we're gonna dupe a blush and a highlighter, and then I'm gonna just touch up with some powder. And so today the powder that I'm going to be duping is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores pressed powder. I love this stuff. I keep it in my purse all the time. I had to fish it out of my purse, which, you know, I don't really go anywhere right now. What I like to use this for, I actually use the sponge that comes with it. I like to press this to kind of blot any oiliness, or like if I get texture on my nose or around my nose at all. That's what I put this in, and I just use the little sponge that comes with it. It also is a really great setting powder if you just like take a brush in it and then just dust it all over the face. I think it's a really great product. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just kind of touch up the side of my face and like the side of my nose, and like maybe just kind of like right here with the powder, just to kind of touch up right here, and then maybe a little right here just to see. And I didn't even tell you the dupe. So the dupe that I have found for this product is this Milani product called the Milani Prep Set and Go, and it is a pressed powder. It's a translucent pressed powder. I've been using it a whole bunch. It's kind of got me digging into it a bunch. The thing that I love about this pressed powder is that it does kind of blur out the pores, is what I really like. I especially like that for touch-ups because my makeup tends to, throughout the day, sometimes it might settle a little weird into my pores, so I think this is great for touch-ups, or it's great like under the eyes or in any sort of texture. And I feel like this Milani one is so similar in the fact that it does feel a little blurring. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to dip my brush into this and sort of touch up this area. No, I'm doing high end on this side. What am I thinking? It's gonna be so hard to tell on camera, but you're just gonna have to take my word for it. So I'm just going to touch up a little bit right here and right there, and then on the nose. I don't know if you can tell, but this just really blurs. That's what I love about it. It's so nice. Okay, and now we're gonna take the Milani powder, dip that into the same, see, it's like a translucent powder. It does not have really any flashback, especially if you just use it very lightly, is what I really like about it. I haven't tested the Milani one under any flashback situation, but gosh, these feel so similar to me. Let me just swatch them on my fingers too, so you can kind of see what the powders look like as far as maybe the texture goes. So this is IT Cosmetics, and then this is the Milani one. They're very similar. Yeah, if you rub way into it, you are gonna get a little bit like a white cast on your finger, but if you use just a light amount and just dust it on your face or press it into some pores, it's perfect for that. I don't like to use it like all over my face. I just feel like it looks so good on like textured areas. That's what I love this powder for. All right, let's move on. We are going to move on to a very iconic blush that a lot of people have duped over the years, but I feel like I have a better dupe now. I bought this blush just so I could dupe it because I hadn't had it in my collection in a long time. That is commitment to this video, you guys. This is the Nars Orgasm Blush. It is a beautiful corally pinky, almost has some gold tone to it. Very iconic. People love this blush. It's got the most beautiful coral pinky finish to it with some gold flecks in it. It's been so popular for so many years. It's a cult favorite. And the blush that I found to dupe is this from Flower Beauty. It is the Flower Pot Powder Blush in the shade Warm Hibiscus. Now, before I have duped this with Milani Luminoso, and while that is a really good dupe, I feel like the Luminoso is a little bit more of a orange tone to it, whereas this I feel definitely has more of the pink tone that the Nars Orgasm has. I'm just gonna go ahead and use the Nars on the left side. And as you can see, it's a beautiful pinky coral satin blush that has a bit of a sheen to it. So nice. I'm gonna swatch these two on my hand so you can see. Now, here is the Flower Beauty one in Warm Hibiscus. I think this is the best one that I found to date. It's so similar. I feel like Flower Beauty is full of a lot of products that are very reminiscent of popular ones. I feel like this Milani one is a little tiny bit more shimmery, and a tiny bit more pigmented, so I'm going to match the sides up. I don't necessarily like my blushes to be super pigmented because I feel like you can build them a whole lot easier. And that's what I really like about Nars blushes. They are beautiful and they just blend perfectly on the skin. I feel like it's such a wonderful color match. Now let's swatch it on my finger. This is Nars Orgasm, and then this is Flower Beauty Warm Hibiscus. How beautiful is that? How spot on is that color and that sheen? Living for it, living for it. Okay, the second to last dupe that I want to show you right now is a highlighter. And this has been such a popular highlighter because I think Jaclyn Hill went crazy for it a little while ago and everyone has loved it ever since. And I only have it in this little palette, but it is from Benefit and the shade is called Cookie. And it was originally in a couple of these palettes, but they do make this single as well. I haven't seen this palette for sale, but this highlighter is definitely for sale on its own. Super like white, icy, blinding highlight that has kind of a pink tone to it. And I found a dupe for it and it's like spot on. Both feel so similar when you like touch them. And it is this Milani duo in this, this is called the highlighter duo in the shade Supercharged. So this has two highlighters in it. This is the one that matches Cookie perfectly. When you mix the two of these shades together, you're gonna get something a little bit more pink. You're gonna wanna stick with this one if you really want a Cookie dupe. So let me just go ahead and swatch these. We're going to get a very pigmented swatch on my fingers so you can kind of see what I mean, and then you're gonna get it on my cheek. This is Benefit Cookie, and then this is Milani and the Supercharged duo. Now the Benefit, I feel like it's got a much more creamier pigmented swatch. That's what I see in the difference there. But when you see it on the cheeks, I swear they are so similar. I was very, very surprised, pleasantly surprised. I really liked this dupe. It's such a good one. So Cookie is gonna go right here, and then Milani is gonna go on the other side. So blinding. We're gonna put a little right here. All right, I'm gonna do the Milani. I'm gonna use this shade, and I'm not mixing them. I'm using different brushes too. I'm sure that's obvious though by now. Okay. Do you see what I mean? Like, they give the same iridescent. This one might be just a little bit more blinding because I do feel the formula with the Benefit one is a lot more creamy and just a tad more pigmented. But the shade is so similar. You're going to get like such a similar effect to the skin. You're not going to miss paying that price at all. All right, last but not least, is another Charlotte Tilbury product. Yay! Okay, we are duping the Pillow Talk eyeliner. And what I love about this eyeliner is that it is a beautiful burgundy liner, which is a little bit different and unique than the fact that it's not black, it's not brown, it's not gray. It's like super flattering. It's almost like it wants to be brown, but it's not when it's on the eye. It is beautiful burgundy liner. So this is what it looks like right here. It's so, so gorgeous, and honestly, you probably could use this as a lip liner if you wanted a very dark vampy lip. It's so pretty. So the dupe that I found for it is this CoverGirl eyeliner. It is in the Exhibitionist 24-Hour Kohl eyeliner, and it's in the shade Burgundy. This is an eyeliner, so it is an eyeliner formula. Now, this one is not quite the same. It's like not 100%, but it is so close that I think that if you wanted to try a burgundy eyeliner but you didn't want to spend the money on the Charlotte Tilbury, this is a great option. Again, I'm not calling this a dead-on color dupe, but the formula feels super, super similar, and it's an alternative that you might want to consider if you wanted to find a burgundy eyeliner. This is the Charlotte Tilbury right here, and this is the CoverGirl. This one's a tad bit more cool toned, than the Charlotte Tilbury one. So they're just a very slight color difference right here, but it's something that I feel like you're not gonna notice that much on the eyes, and I'm gonna show you. Okay, so I actually do have a little bit of eyeliner on, but I am going to put it in my waterline and hopefully it can show up. So we're gonna go ahead and use this Charlotte Tilbury on this lower waterline right here. And then the CoverGirl is going in this waterline. Now I'm going to put a little bit of it on the kind of inner corner of my eye, hopefully that you can see it a little bit. Just maybe in hopes that we can see the eyeliner a little better. But the swatch on my hand honestly speaks for itself. They wear very similarly. I feel like the CoverGirl lasts really long like the Charlotte Tilbury one does too. It doesn't really run or transfer. Okay, let me get up here and show you my water lines. Let's see if we can see a difference. You can see definitely that the Charlotte Tilbury shade on the eye is a little bit more warm tone, a little bit more redness to it, which you may or may not like. I actually really like the cooler tone of the CoverGirl one. I just feel like it's a really, really pretty burgundy liner and something different to try. You know, it'd be so awesome in fall to do a super vampy lip and like burgundy liner to make sort of like a very monochromatic look. I think that would be super beautiful. But I would definitely call this a dupe as far as it being so similar, but just a slight difference in tone. Okay, and that is everything on my face. We're done. We are done. So, what do we feel? We feel like we found some good ones today. I feel like we definitely did. These are really great drugstore alternatives if you don't want to spend the money on this stuff. And if you try any of these dupes out, please let me know. I would love to know if you've tried any of these, or if you have any other dupe suggestions, please tell me, because I want to find dupes. Or last but not least, please tell me if there is a certain product you want me to find a drugstore dupe for. I would love to try and find one if I haven't done so already. So these kinds of videos are my favorite to film. I love doing them. So I hopefully can get another one going for you maybe next month too. I want to try doing these one every other month or so. Thank you guys so much for watching. That's it. What do we feel? Do we feel like we came up with some good dupes today? I really feel like we did. I'm really proud of these. I'm proud of myself right now, okay? I'm real proud. All right, you guys, so that's pretty much it. Hopefully we will have another dupe video for you very soon. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all in my next video. Bye! Mwah!